Welcome to Commander Pop Culture, a place to gather magical information with some laughs, might I add. Hello, everyone. Sorry I haven't been on in a while. Had work this weekend.
I love my job!
Some changes that I made to this deck since you saw my last video where I was actually constructing it was my creature count. I upped it from like 37 to 46. It's a pretty big change. I added some echo creatures like Multani's Acolyte, cantrips, and then you have Might Ranger, which lets me tutor for a basic. If I have my commander in play, essentially do both twice. And then I was thinking about how I could increase my 6-drop slot because I really wanted to take advantage of my evolution cards like Prime Speaker, Eldritch, and Neoform. And I needed something to segue from, 5 to 7. I only had one 6-drop, so I was like, let's find some way to increase the count where it's actually useful. And that's where I came up with Earthshaker Giant and Thunderfoot Bailoff to help me scale my board bigger and get in for damage, and hopefully they're threats on their own to win games. Those are the only two significant changes that I made to this deck since we last spoke. And Seer's Emissary. I didn't know this was within budget. It's like $4. The way Seer's Emissary is a finisher is you name creatures to protect, and then your stuff's not blockable anymore, and you just, again, alpha strike people to death. I was quite surprised to learn that was under $5, because I think it's a really powerful card, and especially in EDH. I tried recording a game earlier, but I had a stumbling effect where I got stuck on 3 lands till like turn 6, and I was against 2 life gain strategies where they just were playing as many Johnny Pridemates in their decks as they can, and their creatures scaled up to a point where I couldn't do anything about it. I was like, oh, well, I guess I'm just going to get beat to death by a 32-32 flyer. I wonder if that game would have been differently if I wasn't stumbling on my land. So I want to record another game, something that's, I guess more reflective of what this deck can do, because I don't think I really got to show off anything in that game in particular. All I showed was how to die.
I like the way you die, boy.
I do have 3 lands, but I don't have a rock. I want a rock. Let's see if we can get one. What are we against? Against a mono blue deck that messes with colors, and then we're against a Dargo and Keskit deck. Ew, this seems really competitive. I don't know about that. Let's see if we can get some kind of ramp. Okay. Ask and you shall receive. 2 lands, 2 rocks. Actually, I got 3 rocks. Can't be better than that. I guess Coiling Oracle could be ramped depending on what I rip off the top of my library. And opening with a Haywire Might, that's quite nice. Can mess with this artifact strategy a little bit. Is this an artifact creature? No. It's a Phyrexian Human Artificer. I don't know what about Keskit looks like a human, but I don't see it. Personally, I don't have a lot of experience playing against Blind Seer. There's probably some broken about this that I'm not aware of. Quite excited to see what it can do, just for how little I've seen it played. I get a chance to expand my knowledge a little bit. Fellwar Stone is not as good as I'd like it to be. Only taps for blue, and I have access to blue and white, so I guess I should go for Selesnya Signet. No one's done anything yet, so I guess I'll have to play with the most colors. That's all the information I got so far. In terms of determining what's worth you targeting, cards in hand, permanents in play, and then if things are relatively equal, like in this scenario, then the person with the most colors in their deck should probably be targeted. And that's the only reason why. And it's only 1 damage. It's hardly anything worth noting. But if you lose because you didn't use your combat step, that damage adds up. Come on, land. So I get my commander out. Darn. Okay. I guess I could play Fellwar Stone into Azorius Signet for now. Could be worse. Next turn, I could play my commander just with what my rocks that I have in play. Coral Eel, Tidal Visionary, also messes with color. Oh, he's also hitting the red-black player. Maybe they know each other. I'm only hitting him because he's open. No particular reason. The Dargo is pretty scary. There's a lot of infinites with Dargo. Even in budget lists, you could do an infinite pretty easily. It's kind of weird because I'm filtering mana through my Sky Cloud Expanse, my Selesnya Signet, and my Azorius Signet.
Begin the terraforming.
So I'm really really hurting for something to help me out here. Let's go green-white. Do I have enough mana for... No, I'll be 1 short. I tapped that so badly. I could have left a green up and hit this Lightning Greaves if I thought about that a little bit better. Then got a 3/3 out of the deal. I think on my next turn, I'm going to Dawn Treader Elk and get my lands that way. Ideally, I would have Elemental Bond in first so I could cantrip off my stuff, but I think fixing my mana issues is a priority right now, especially when I'm forced to filter it through my Signets and my Skycloud Expanse. My budget mana base is really punishing me a little bit. Just everything at the Dargo player. Maybe feels pity on me because of my weird mana scenario. Hey, Sun Petal Grove. Unfortunately, don't have a forest or plains, but I could fix that here. Let's tap this for whatever. Filter the white. We're just gonna keep filtering colors here. I think I need white more, so we're gonna filter the blue this time. Since I have plenty of green things in my hand, let's play that. Now my Sun Petal Grove comes in untapped. Now I can play my Elemental Bond, start taking advantage of that. Reform's pretty good. Damn, this red-black player is getting beat on. There has to be some kind of like blood here, because he could have hit me with this Welkin turn a couple of times. Instead he keeps devoting everything over here. The red-black player doesn't seem to be too terribly salty about being a punching bag either. Goldspan's good. Let's see, I think Dargo is castable, so he makes another treasure. He sacks both of them. It'll be 6 less. Yeah. He'll have unspent mana, but I'm pretty sure he's got some in his hand to cast Dargo. You'd have 3 open mana. He has got to have something in his hand that's worth at least 3 mana to follow up the Dargo. There you go. He didn't leave a red open. Could have cast Dargo. Okay. I think if I attack over here with my Dawn Treader Elk, he'll welcome blocking with this. I think he'd rather want the bigger creature. Glacial Fortress. Oh, God. Didn't have thought I had one, but guess not. Just so we're not wasting anything. And we'll just leave stuff up for Dawn Treader Elk. That's what it's called. Get another basic. And I also have mana up to do Haywire Might if I want to. Can't block the flyer, otherwise I do the trick of sacking the might, having a blocker up and taking away one of those pieces. I think I'd rather take away this. Sack this gold spam. We're gonna turn off yields just in case. He'll die, come back, draw a card for his ETB and to get the draw card off of Elemental Bond. That's pretty sweet. Hey, Skyhunter Striker. It's one of the other cards I added in this deck for some scary stuff. Nice. Pump him up this turn. That's what we like to see. Definitely need white and green. Let's get all the weird mana out of the way first, I guess. Do I have enough for this Rock and Toski? I think I do. So they should all get +2/+2 here. That's pretty sweet melee trigger. Man, that's awesome. It's a 3-drop Anthem effect that gets, if there's 3 players in play, and I hit all of them, that's +3/+3 for 3 mana. I don't think there's a going way better than that in terms of Anthem effects. Let's see, what do I care about dying more? Thing that keeps on making walls? Sure, let's do it like that. Draw a bunch of cards. Ooh, Earthshaker Giant. I could finish him off on my next turn. Earthshaker, when it enters the battlefield, my creatures get +3/+3 and trample till end of turn. Changing the color of my Skyhunter. It's green now. Bouncing all green permanents back to my hand.
Not today.
We're gonna counter that.
Be gone!
I want to try and finish these people off with my Earthshaker Giant. And I have board wipe protection with Boromir here. And that, folks, is why Offer You Can't Refuse is really good. I'd rather give mana for 1 mana. It seems like a good deal. Definitely not going to block. Yeah, I just want to double check that didn't have First Strike. It has Strike in its name. I don't have ways to get my instants and sorcery. Oh, I guess I had Eternal Witness. This guy's digging for answers, I guess. He would need something that deals with indestructibility, like a Toxic Deluge. Something that gives -1/-1 to toughness, because I do have board weight protection. I guess he didn't find it. He's playing Dargo first. He did sacrifice his flyer, so now I have an in with Skyhunter. They could commit everything else over here. Well, I think I kind of figured out why he plays the commander that he does. There's a ton of blue cards that target things based on color. Could even lock people out of the game, but that does require an intense amount of mana to do that. Not to say that's not impossible. Doesn't have trample, does it? Oh, it does have trample. Well, I'm just gonna soak a little bit here. So take 4, take 10 commander damage. It's gonna sack his relic to deny me the Boromir. Oh, they both surrendered. I'll give it to, I guess, the mono blue player. Well, that was a fast one. My first one, like I said, didn't go so great. And then this one went really fast. And I got to do way more what I want to show people comparatively to my first one. Had a really weird start with the signets and this sky shroud expanse. But we got there and figured it out. I'll try to put this up tomorrow or by tomorrow. And then I'll record the video for the Corvold deck. I hope you all enjoyed. Got to see what this deck can do. Based on the views from the previous video, people clearly like the Dech Tech. Hope everyone has a good night. Take care now. Bye.